Welcome back wrestling WWE fans, to a story that shakes the very foundation of family, loyalty, and legacy. Tonight, we are diving into the moment that sent shockwaves through SmackDown, the confrontation that could change the bloodline forever. The bloodline has always been built on dominance, but beneath that dominance has been silence. Silent resentment, silent fear, silent loyalty that has held brothers together even when betrayal was right around the corner. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, built his empire on the backs of family. He demanded loyalty not just as a leader, but as a ruler who would tolerate nothing less than total obedience. For years, Jimmy and Jey Uso suffered, obeyed, and occasionally resisted. Solo Sikoa, however, always seemed different. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Solo was quiet, cold, and dangerous. He was the one member of the bloodline who never questioned orders, never spoke out of turn, never revealed his true feelings. His silence made him both trusted and feared. But silence can only last so long. And on SmackDown, that silence broke when Solo Sikoa confronted Roman Reigns' newest creation, the rumored new Shield. For weeks, the whispers have grown louder. Roman Reigns, sensing the cracks in the bloodline, has begun surrounding himself with new allies. Not family, not blood, but outsiders, warriors he believes can protect his empire better than the brothers who betrayed him. This new Shield, as some have begun calling it Backstage, represents Roman's attempt to rebuild what he once had with the Usos, but without the weight of family loyalty. Cold soldiers, absolute power, no questions asked. And that decision cuts deep. Because if the bloodline was about family, then Roman has essentially declared that blood is no longer thicker than gold. Solo Sikoa, the enforcer who once stood beside Roman without hesitation, finally decided to make his move. Backstage at SmackDown, cameras caught the unthinkable, Solo confronting Roman's new allies face to face. The tension was unbearable, Solo's cold stare locked onto each member of the new unit, his body language telling a story louder than any words. This wasn't about titles. This wasn't about control. This was about betrayal of the deepest kind. Halfway through the confrontation, the shocking climax unfolded. Solo didn't just confront Roman's new soldiers, he attacked. His fists flew with a rage fans had never seen before, unleashing years of silent resentment in one violent outburst. The new Shield was left stunned, Roman's empire rattled. For the first time, Solo wasn't Roman's weapon. He was his own man, striking not out of obedience but defiance. Backstage officials rushed in, superstars watched in shock, and whispers began spreading like wildfire. Had Solo just declared war on Roman Reigns? The locker room knows what this means. If Solo has turned, then the bloodline is no longer fractured, it is shattered. The last loyal soldier has walked away, and he didn't leave quietly. Roman, sources say, was furious. His face after the confrontation told a story of betrayal that cut deeper than any match loss. This wasn't just business. This was personal. His own blood had turned on him, and worse, had attacked the very soldiers he trusted to replace family. Paul Heyman, caught in the middle, looked more shaken than ever before. For a man who thrives on control, on manipulation, this moment was chaos he could not spin into gold. Backstage whispers suggest some are relieved. Many superstars have long feared Roman's grip on power, and Solo's defiance could finally be the spark to bring the empire down. Others, however, fear the consequences. Roman is not a man who forgives betrayal, especially from family. For Solo, this wasn't just rebellion. This was grief spilling out. Years of standing in Roman's shadow, years of being used as a silent weapon, years of watching his brothers fall apart, all of it finally erupted in one violent moment. And for Roman, this confrontation is more than just a threat to his reign. It is a reminder that power built on fear cannot last forever. Even the most loyal soldier eventually breaks. The bloodline was once unshakable. It was a dynasty built on trust, on family, on unity. But with each betrayal, each fracture, each attack, the truth has become clear: the empire is falling from within. What this means for WWE's future is uncertain. Will Solo Sikoa rise as his own force, carving his path away from Roman's table? Or will Roman retaliate with vengeance so cruel it silences Solo before he can ever lead? The WWE Universe now waits with bated breath. This is no longer just about matches or championships. This is about survival, betrayal, and the death of a family dynasty that once seemed eternal. And so, as we close tonight, remember this: in wrestling, as in life, blood is supposed to bind us. But when blood is used as a weapon, when loyalty is twisted into chains, it is only a matter of time before the bonds break. The bloodline is not just breaking, it is bleeding. And in that blood lies betrayal, broken trust, and the haunting truth that even family cannot survive the hunger for power.